Recently I've discovered an interest in looking around old abandoned buildings, be that stuff left over from the Industrial Revolution or probably predating that. But luckily, where I live has a lot of abandoned buildings perfect for exploring or just taking pictures. Today, me and my friend decided we'd head over to look at a couple of these and just see what was around. Unfortunately, we didn't get into most of them because they were not for public use, but we still got to have a look on the outside and do some research into the history surrounding these buildings. So we took the bus, and I guess I'll kind of let you see the rest. And then we arrived. In 1772, the Archbishop of York decided to establish an asylum. This was to be called the County Lunatic Asylum, York. The main aim of this asylum was to hold 54 patients, which was later approved in the year 1773. Eventually, 5 years after the initial plan in 1777, the asylum was complete. There were criticisms regarding the hospital's treatment of patients, which led to the local Quaker community founding a new hospital named The Retreat in 1790. This could be found near the York University campus today. September 2015, and the hospital has been declared unfit for purpose. 5 days' notice was given to staff in the building. On the 1st of October 2015, Bootham Park Hospital was declared unfit for purpose and shut. And although the hospital has been abandoned, it is still not available to enter. Despite this fact, it doesn't mean there aren't photos of inside the halls. Chilling but calming images of a building frozen in time. At this point, we were pretty satisfied with our look at the asylum. So Ned suggested we go to another place, named the Groves. It was a significant area left over from the Industrial Revolution where factory workers used to live, children used to play. But of course, before we do that, we've got to have a one-stop cop at our favourite shop, the Co-op, in absolute true British tradition. We gathered the most random food we could find, and then headed over to make our way to the Groves, luckily not too far away. In the 19th century, the Groves was populated by the poor and working class. Nowadays it's certainly quite different to that, but the architecture hasn't changed. In the early 1960s, many of the Groves houses were demolished in order to make room for flats and maisonettes, a real representation of how society wants to pave over the old and bring in the new. But maybe celebrating the old things isn't a bad thing. Right here, Ned insisted we had to stop by the primary school because he wanted a gander. Sadly, I had to remind him that no kids go to school on Sunday, so he was wasting his time. Bloody fuming. He informed me of one final spot we could go to though, a building now turned into apartments on the River Foss. The River Foss carried many farm products up and down in its day due to the fact that it stretched extensively into the countryside. Ned got bored of my facts and made that very clear. And I literally don't know what's happening here. Eventually, as railways were built, the Foss Canal was put out of use. We were coming up to the final building. just a short walk away down the river. Motherfucker got so excited he had to run. Found a cheeky Pokemon. It's a Pikachu. And here it is, Roundtree Wharf. A 5-story building with a 9-story water tower on top. An insane building in the middle of this river. Now luxury apartments, Roundtree Wharf used to be one of the biggest flour mills in the entirety of Europe. Thinking about it now, I don't think I have any reason to say that this city is boring. If it's the new, or the old. I think York makes it work. It takes the best of both worlds, which is why I love this city. Goodbye and thank you for watching.